All right, welcome to another episode of Over the Shoulder. Now, before I announce today's guest, you know what you gotta do. You gotta like, you gotta subscribe, you gotta share, you gotta comment. What project have I worked on and you want to get like the behind the scenes? We talk with two different creators. Let me know below in the comments and I will bring them on the show. As for today's guest, I have a true day one. Like, she's been with me since I really started the process of picking up the camera to be a photographer, videographer. She's been there to help me with camera work, to hold a boom mic, to help pose models, to set design. I mean, she's a true definition of a creative, just being able to do so many different things, wear so many different hats, and wear so many different hats with grace. This is a day one sis, someone who is truly dear to my heart. We have Korissonah, the full-time creator.
That was a lovely intro. Thank you so much.
I mean, I had to come big for you. How's your day been today?
It has been a day.
It's been a day.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. But the outro is nice. I'm really happy to be here. It's always a joy to be around you.
The outro is nice. Okay. Is it been a day because you're a creative who's trying to run a business?
Yes.
Mm.
A little bit of that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not for the faint of heart.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. It's for the ones that I don't know. You know, I saw this post earlier today that was like, you really want to learn how to have faith in God? Be an entrepreneur. That will teach you like nothing else will. It definitely requires a different level of everything.
Everything. You gotta be built different to be an entrepreneur.
Literally.
Everyone, like, I don't know, I feel like during COVID, everyone was like, oh, start a business, and everyone hopped on it. And now I'm just like, I've seen so many people have to like go back to, working in 9 to 5, which is no shame. No shame. It's just
shame.
entrepreneurship is, I mean, it's tough. That's why so few people do it. And it's a great probability you're gonna fail. It's like what 95% of entrepreneurs fail in like the first year.
It's part of the process. But it's just that most people don't they take that as a stopping point, while a few people take that as data to use to keep going. And I think that's what separates the two.
You do, but at this point, you've crossed over that first year, so you've made it into that 5% of people who make it past the first year, which usually means more success is on the way. That first year is the toughest.
It is. It was, and it was a scary jump for sure. But I just couldn't really see myself staying on the other side.
Yeah. It's actually funny. I was reminded yesterday. Yesterday was the anniversary of the day I quit my corporate job. 5 years.
Wow.
5 years.
Congratulations.
5 years. Yeah. So it's like 5 years of like really just been on myself and just, I was like, wow. First of all, 5 years is crazy to me because it feels like I quit like last year.
Really?
It does. I mean, even though, yeah, I've done so many projects, had so many great adventures, it doesn't feel like this has been like I've been on this journey for 5 years. So, but besides that, it's just like to think back of like that moment. Like I had to have that moment of reflection, like when I walked in and I quit because I went out, no 2-week notice, none of that. I literally was like, this is my last day. Walked out. Like I was on that time. And, just thinking about the nervousness of walking in, am I actually going to go through with it? Am I actually going to walk out? Am I actually going to be able to make it? Like those, like when you decide to quit, that's the things that's in your head. Like, is this the right choice? And I mean, apparently it was, but that first 6 months of trying to like get clients and, having so many days where you make no money. I think that's the hard part. You just have so many days where you make $0.
That's crazy because you could be at zero for so long and then you get that one client extra $2,000.
Yeah.
And it's like
the month is good. The month is good now. Like you're gonna have like a crappy, be having a crappy month for the first 3 months, 3 weeks out of the month.
Yeah.
And then that last week, it just all start coming in, and you're just like, oh,
just have to hang in there.
It is, yeah. But that really did. I would say that one of the things I learned as I kept going on the entrepreneur journey is that like when I was first doing it, was like, oh, I'm trying to land clients for today, and it's like you can't land clients for today. Like you're landing clients for tomorrow. So your clients that you landed today are the work you put in yesterday. So you have to always so I always say I'm trying to protect my future self. So like the clients I have for coming up in like November, December, top of the year are the clients I landed these last 3 months over the summer. So I can't be like, oh, I want my November to be lit, and I'm trying to like land it for right now in November. That's not how it goes. Like I've already November's clients have pretty much passed. So I mean, you have your every blue moon client like, hey, I want to shoot something this next week or this and that. But for the most part, however your month look is based upon the work you put in a few months ago. So right now I'm trying to land my February, March clients now. You know, now it's starting to get to the point because with weddings and everything like that, like all those on my calendar, I'm trying to really land my April and May and June clients now too.
Yeah.
So it's really kind of like grabbing that. So
you gotta plant the seeds and then wait for the harvest. You can't get to the harvest and be like, I'm gonna plant my seed and I need to see this plant grow tomorrow.
It does not, because it won't. That's how you get starving. That's how famine comes.
Yeah.
And then that's how you have a dying business.
Yeah.
You know, so congratulations on making it past the first year. What are you like, 2 or 3 years in now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am. And it has been a journey.
It has.
The journey for sure. I'm still on the journey.
Oh, no, the journey, the journey doesn't change. You don't stop learning on the journey. Like I tell people, just because of where I'm at with my current business, it's not that I know more than I knew year one, but I'm still learning. I'm learning even more now than I was learning in year one. Like, because I realize how much I don't know now versus year one, I didn't realize how much I didn't know. So now I was like, oh, let me grasp onto this. And also you learn things like your voice. You learn things like what you do and don't want to do.
Yeah.
Like I love shooting. I love having the camera in my hands. I love photography, videography. But now, when I first was starting out, it was like, people always were saying niche down. I'm in areas. So me doing one thing is not going to be great. But now I know there's certain things I don't want to do.
Like what?
I don't like club stuff. I used to be I was in 2020, 2021, 2022. I was in the club a lot. I don't like clubs anymore. I don't like coming home. It's not even about me. My equipment smelling like weed, having to clean up all of that stuff. People like say you're gonna knock over your stuff. They don't care about it. The whole everyone wants
too crowded. I've got like $1,000 in my hand, bro. Like, give me space.
You gotta be selling to people who are like just drunk and all this kind of stuff. It's too much of a process. And then you're walking out into a space with $5,000 worth of equipment in your backpack, and it's like it's not necessarily the safest space anymore. So it's like I like weddings. I like love. They're safe. There's love. There's always gonna be great food.
Yes, that's my favorite part.
100%. So I like I've fallen into weddings because weddings was my newest venture as of like really I fell into weddings like 2024. So like now 2025 I had a great year for weddings, and I already have 8 weddings booked for 2026. So it's like, so it's like 2026 is shaping up to be another pretty good wedding year. So it's like, I like weddings. I like it. And I like having a team, because weddings it's very hard to do a wedding by yourself. So I don't like shooting by myself anymore. Like back in, again, 2020, 2021, Enoch, I was shooting a lot of my stuff by myself.
You were doing weddings by yourself?
Not weddings. I did one wedding in 2020 or 2021. One of those, it was like early 2021 and late 2020. But I had a team. I had like 3 people there. But I've done a wedding by myself. I've done photography and videography at multiple weddings by myself.
Ooh.
It's, it's one of those things that reminds you, oh, like I know what I'm doing. But then you be like, dang, this is why I like having a team.
Yeah. It
makes it just so much funner to have like teams, especially with my we're all friends.
Yeah.
We have fun. We got the headsets. We making jokes. We have a good time. It'd be a good time.
Yeah.
So I enjoy it. Okay, so Korissonah. Little known fact that the audience probably doesn't know is that you're the first person that ever asked me to teach them something on the camera.
Really?
First person, yeah. When we were at good at.
Oh no, I definitely.
God is dope. God is dope.
I didn't know what to do with that camera, but I knew you did.
I did not.
You knew more than me.
I did. That's all it was. I did not. You came to me and I was like, me?
And I was like, yeah. I remember you like told me about the shutter speed and the ISO, and I don't know if it was you or me, but like wrote it down or whatever, and that was my introduction to.
It was. I made a document. I'm a big person. I made a document.
You did. Yep.
I made a document. I was like, I'm like, yeah. You were the first person ever asked me, and I was just like, I was like, I'm gonna give you what I know. And if I'm at level 2 and you're at level 1, if I give you all the stuff to get you a level 2, I guess that's valuable for you.
Yeah, and it was.
Yeah, I mean, look at you now. You're a pretty dope photographer, you know.
Thank
You know, them
you.
baby pictures that I saw, you know, I was like, all right now. You know, you might be child photography, child like maternity shoots. That could be definitely right up your alley with like the bag. I can see that for you.
I wouldn't mind doing them more. I find them really fun. I get to be creative. Babies are adorable. Now, granted, they are usually the longest because yeah.
They're babies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're babies.
Babies. Yeah. See, for me, like maternity, working with kids is and I am a kid person. Like I
Yeah.
do enjoy it, but it's just like working with kids. Because kids, again, the freedom and beauty of a kid is that you don't understand the concept of time and structure.
Yeah,
Which
so
they're
nice.
it's so nice to have that, but when you're an adult that has a business that's running and paying money, time and structure become very important to you. So it's like, you know, I try to avoid, even when I write scripts, I try to avoid children at all costs. At all costs. And it's also an extra level of difficulty. You know, you gotta ask the parents. You gotta make sure that they're good. They have to be on set and all that kind of stuff. You have a
Yeah.
child on set. You want to make sure they're always someone has eyes on the child.
Yeah.
And you know, just that extra
It's
level.
a lot.
It's a lot. So you know, I like to start my stories. We grown adults with a grown adult problems. You know,
Yeah.
we have some childhood trauma. Maybe I'll do a flashback scene with a kid when they were a child. But that's like, I don't need you on set for like a few hours as a kid, and we good. We good. You know, go right back home to your parents. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. So recently, somewhat recently, we did a 48-hour film festival.
Yes.
And so I've always been so impressed by your creative mind and how you do set design. I think that, again, you have many things in your bag, but set design is very much so in your bag. And as we were coming up with the ideas, we came up with these ideas of having a doll. And it's like, I wanted a recreation of a parking lot. And I'm like, who do I think can have the resources to be able to create a parking lot? And so then I called my great friend Korissonah. So kind of walk me through like when you heard all the things that I wanted to accomplish for that short film.
I was excited because yeah, it was an opportunity to be creative. I didn't know how I was gonna do everything. I usually don't know how I'm gonna do stuff. Just had to like hop in it, and especially with it like 48-hour situation. And I remember I just remember going to Walmart and just being like, all right, it felt like it was a game show. And I had to just really come up with what can I do? What can I grab? And thankfully enough, like one of the coolest parts was me finding that doll that looked like Stanley.
That was crazy.
Which was crazy.
When you sent me that picture, I was like, ain't no way.
Yeah, it was. I've never seen a bald black man doll
with a beard.
Before. With a beard,
like,
ever.
It was you found Stanley's doll.
Literally. And I found his jacket as well.
Well, yes, for the outfit. Like, it was a very specific outfit we were going for, and you really found it.
And that was the only of that doll. And it wasn't even a place it was supposed to be in. It was like somebody had just put it back. I didn't see any more of that kind, of that brand, anywhere else in the toy section. So it was definitely aligned. Yeah, and it was fun. I got to make the parking lot. I got to use like felt and a ribbon and a glue gun, and yeah, and put it together. It was great.
Yeah, that's actually, I love that short film, and actually that's my favorite scene of that short film. It's probably not everyone's favorite scene, but my favorite scene, because I know all that the creativity that went behind it, is when you see Tamara's character playing with the dolls and playing with the Loki Masterson doll.
Yeah.
And the doll transforms into Stanley Williams in real life and him walking. And I'm like, that to me, just the story, the cinematography, to know that the set design with the dolls, to get Stanley with the outfit and everything, like so many things had to really be on point for that scene to hit. And that scene to me hits superbly.
I think so too, especially for the amount of time that we had.
48 hours.
It's crazy.
Crazy. I actually got to figure out when I'm gonna release that film to the internets.
Yeah, you gotta drop that.
Yeah, I got 100%. It's getting dropped. That's one of my that was one of the, as of right now, I would say it's probably my second favorite project I've ever worked on. I think when I'm looking at it, the Refile is obviously going to be my number one. It's just such a personal story. It's such a big audience, such a big crew, such a big cast. That's always like the number one. But this is my number two because I think I had a big crew. Everyone understood the assignment and understood the job. Everyone was working very collaboratively. I was able to have moments where I had to like push forward, and then I had moments I was able to pull back with like trust and everything. So I superbly enjoyed working on that one. Everyone did what they everyone now not only did everyone do what their role was, but they did it in a way that passion, love, creativity, it all flowed, which that's always the hardest part when you gather a crew. Is like, especially for it's in my idea or somebody else's or an idea coming from me. Is that like, yes, I believe in this. Yes, I might have wrote the script and stayed up all night doing this stuff. And y'all like, oh, it's cool. Y'all obviously came here to work on a project, but are you actually going to like believe in the project? Like pour the individual piece of yourself into the project that's gonna elevate it from it being this level to being this level. So like for that one, I was like, everyone just understood everyone, and it was easy. Like it never felt like the time crunch for 48 hours. Like I never felt it. Like even like got like I literally came home like that night when I only had like 24 hours and I went to sleep. And I got like a solid 6 hours and I woke up and started editing and I never felt like my back was against the wall.
Yeah.
Like I had to like rush to do anything. Like it was like maybe when I got like to the last 30 minutes, like my heart was beating a little bit faster. But it was like I knew it's like in the last time I was able to export out one version. I was like, okay, at least I have this version. And then I added a few things and I uploaded and I was never, it was it, and then we went to the festival and someone told me it made him cry. It did, made it cry. It's a 6-minute long film. 6 minutes. Tears in 6 minutes.
Wow.
Tears
in 6 minutes.
Tears in 6 minutes.
That's a record.
That's you need to call Guinness Book of World Records. It's because yeah, really, really dope story. So I definitely thank you so much for all your help on that. I mean, I thank you for all your help on so many things. Even just thinking back on us, I remember I had this short film that I did in 2020, These Hands, and you did sound. I was just getting into booming with all this kind of stuff, and we were just in. It was like September, and it was like a kind of windy, cold September evening. You're just sitting back in your hoodie. You got the boom on your top of your head. Somehow your hands are inside the hoodie, but you're holding the boom, and we're fighting in a dog park. In the middle of the night, rolling around fighting, and you were there.
Yeah,
you were there, and you never complained. You never had
happy
attitude.
to be there.
Yeah. That's so important. Like it's some of it was like at one point it's like 2 a.m. We're still on the fight scene, and it's just everyone's just there and just happy to be here. And I'm like, okay,
it's part of the process. I feel like it definitely does make a difference when when the people there aren't feeling like it's a chore, because it's like we're making art. Like it's not supposed to feel like your job that you don't want to go to.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be like I'm consumed by this thing and I want to see it through. I want to do whatever is necessary so we can like get the shot and make it to the next step and finish this project and learn from it so we can go to the next thing,
So how do we make it not feel like a job and feel like art?
I think a lot of that has to do with the culture of who you're on set with. And I think you've done an excellent job at creating a family, honestly, because that's what it feels like whenever I'm on set with you and the team. I look forward to it. I love it. We joke, we laugh, we get serious when it's time to film. We have bloopers.
so many bloopers.
So many bloopers. And we make dope shit together. Yeah, I think a big part of that has to just do with the synergy of the people that you're around, and and also if you like the part that you're playing or whatnot.
Mm.
Me personally, I like to learn. I like to move around and try new things. You ask me to play a role, even if I haven't done it before. I'm like,
Why not?
yeah, let's go. Tell me what to do. Tell me what button to press. I'm down. Um, I know everybody's not like that.
Yeah.
Some people like to have, their place and where they're comfortable. But yeah, as long as you have some interest in what you're doing, and you enjoy sharing space with the people that you're creating with, it's gonna be a good time.
Mm. Mm. Okay, okay. So let me see. So, all right. So we work together a lot. Work together a lot.
Yeah.
What would be a project that you'd be interested in us working on together?
What's a project that I would be interested in us
And
working
just
on?
get to throw it out there. Is it a movie? Is it a short film? Is it a show? Is it
Documentary.
okay? Do tell. Documentary.
I don't even have like a specific thing of what I want to do it on, but I know that you're a very knowledgeable person. Um and and yeah, I feel like that's something that we haven't done.
I've never really done a documentary before.
Yeah.
Not a full like maybe like I can maybe say I've done like a mini doc, but like never just like a full fledged. Because it's so many interviews, you have to travel, you have to find that story, that thread of like what you're
Yeah.
actually trying to explore. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I've never really done a documentary before.
I haven't really done one either, but you give me documentary vibes because you're always teaching me stuff and telling me about your experiences and whatnot. And I think it's something new. And I know like if we did it'd come out great.
Come on, great. Okay, I gotta think about what's a good documentary. Probably something in Atlanta, because that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
It's- I love my city. If anyone doesn't know that, I love my city.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's changed, but I still love it.
It's changing for sure.
100%. But I mean, it always changes. I mean, if you really, which city stays the same? I'm pretty sure people in LA and New York and any of these other big cities, like they're probably, oh, this isn't the New York of the '90s. Yeah, it's probably
Yeah.
not. It's probably not the LA of 2000s. It's always gonna change, but
It's part of life.
it's part of life. Part of life.
And I think we would be great at capturing life and documenting that.
New Atlanta.
New
New
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
I like the
So,
sound of that.
Oh, okay. All right. Final question that I love asking people when they come on this podcast.
Yeah, what's up?
What is it like working with me as a director?
I would say you kind of remind me of like a really cool professor.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, like if I was in college for like film or whatnot, I feel like you would be like a really cool you would be my favorite professor for sure. Yeah, it's just because you're super patient, very knowledgeable about everything, and you never make it seem like it's my way or the highway. You're always open to other perspectives, and yeah, I appreciate that because that encourages whoever you're working with to have a voice on set, to train their eye or whatnot, and to realize that their presence here is just as valuable as yours. And yeah, I find that such a pleasure to work with. Like I said, you've created a great culture with the team, and yeah, I feel like it's like being on set with a really dope professor who knows like a lot and who's done a lot and who just wants to share and expand.
That's actually not outside of the scope of something I would want to do in my years. Just, be
Really?
yeah. I mean, like Spike Lee teaches at NYU.
He does?
Mm-hmm.
Oh Oh,
Yeah, so I would love to maybe like
class.
a CAU or Morehouse like teach a film class over there, like for a few years. I don't, it
Yeah.
wouldn't be something I do for like 30 years, but it'd be
No,
something like
just for fun.
for fun, just a little bit on the side, and just I feel like that'd be pretty cool for me to do.
No, you
One of
definitely
these
should.
one of these years.
You gotta share the
You
knowledge.
gotta share the knowledge. It's a gift. Denzel said it. He says that if you keep the knowledge to yourself and you die, the gift
Mm.
dies with you. The only way the gift can grow is if you give it to somebody else. So it's a gift.
Yeah.
We don't call this something we're not supposed to necessarily gatekeep our gifts. That's the one thing that I don't think we should gatekeep. We should give it away to people freely and out of love. Because I think people, they gatekeep what they know in their gifts because they're afraid that if they give it to somebody else, they're gonna do it better than they did it. But that's an ego thing. That's a pride thing. That's it's one of the things. First of all, no one can ever do it better. If it's your gift, no one can ever do it better than you.
Yeah.
They'll just do it different than you. And then you just have two great things that exist in this world, as opposed to you kind of trying to gatekeep and keep it away from you. And I think that when you do share your knowledge and share your intentions and share those gifts with people, that you grow in so many different ways that are unexpected. And you actually end up like almost getting like in addition to your gift on top of having that gift. It's very hard to explain it, but it's just
I think you explained it perfectly. It's a part of, I believe life is about expression and expansion. As you express you and your consciousness and your knowledge and your experience or whatnot, they expand. And holding that in, it limits the flow. It's like the water is not supposed to just be sitting stagnant. It's supposed to flow. Creativity is supposed to flow. You're supposed to keep passing it on. And honestly, if you really love what you do, you're too busy loving it to care what somebody else is doing. It's like, yeah, I have this piece of knowledge. Here you go. This is how you do it. I'm gonna go back to my corner because I have this project that I really care about. That I want to do. I'm excited to see what you do with that.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Maybe I can learn something from you later on.
Sure.
But regardless, I got some art myself to make. So I'll see you in a bit.
Oh, that is funny. That's well put. Well, Korissonah, I thank you so much for being. What's this, like your third time being on Over the Shoulder? So I definitely always thank you for every single time you've been a guest on this podcast. I thank you for the energy you always bring to any set that I'm a part of. Like, again, if you don't know, you're a vital part of this team. If I had to say a body part, I would say you're like a lung of this Mountaintop Studios. It's just like, hey, listen, try breathing without one. It's possible. It's possible, but it's hard. It's very, very hard. So I definitely appreciate you. And you know me, if you ever need me, I'm always just a phone call away.
Amen. Ditto.
Well, Korissonah came on the podcast and did what she always does, an absolutely terrific, amazing job. But you know what we have to do as we're wrapping it up. We got to like, we got to subscribe, we got to share, we got to comment. There's another person that I work with that you want to see us talk about the creative process of how we just keep making these amazing, dope projects together. And as I always say on Over the Shoulder, that's a wrap.